Hey, it's Dr. Deb Matthew here. I am the president of the North Carolina Integrative Medical Society, and I am so excited to be with Kiran Krishnan, who is the Chief Science Officer at Microbiome Labs and a research microbiologist. And he is going to be joining us once again at our Southeast Regional Integrative Medicine Conference this July in Asheville. He is going to be speaking on the most common dysfunctions of the standard American gut in chronic illness. Now, I've not really heard anybody talk about the standard American gut, but I can certainly imagine what that means. So can you share with us a little bit about what you're going to be speaking on?
Yeah, of course. And let me say I'm super excited to be able to join you guys in July. Last time I was there, what a great and engaging audience. So I'm super excited to be able to share this information with them. And going to that and to the topic, so since we have a standard American diet, it's no surprise that we end up having a standard American gut, right? And we all share similarities in our lifestyle, and that has perturbations and drives perturbations within the microbiome. Our goal has been to provide functional medicine practitioners with tools to be able to modulate the microbiome to provide better health outcomes for their patients. And ultimately, what started happening was we started getting questions about trying to understand the different dysfunctions in different conditions. Imagine your typical day as a practitioner. You get your first patient that comes in and is dealing with anxiety and cognitive issues. And then the second patient comes in is dealing with metabolic issues, maybe diabetes. And third patient comes in has autoimmune conditions. And based on your training and the research that you read, that each of those patients, even though those are seemingly unrelated conditions, all have a gut dysfunction somehow, right? And the big question has been, how do I know what's wrong with the diabetes gut? How do I know what's wrong with the autoimmune gut or the anxiety gut? I know something's wrong with those guts, but what is wrong with each of those? And if I can't tell what is wrong with each of those, then how can I go about fixing it? And so we've dug into the last 10 years or so worth of microbiome research to try to figure out, are there patterns and commonalities in the pathophysiology of those diseases based on what's going on in the microbiome? And as it turns out, all of those diseases, even though they are seemingly unrelated, when it comes down to the dysfunction in the microbiome, it's basically the same. And we'll show you all the evidence for that. We'll walk through the sequence of events that drive the pathophysiology of all of these chronic illnesses as it relates to the gut and the barrier dysfunctions. And then, of course, we'll try to provide some scientific-based solutions, research papers that show ways of modulating these things. And so at the end of the day, we want to leave you with a really strong understanding of what's going on in your patient's gut, no matter what the condition is, and then how to think about the therapeutic approach when you're looking at that patient.
It's interesting that the similar underlying factors create all these different diseases, but as practitioners, it makes our life easier because we can do some basic things and really make a big impact in our patient